Welcome back. You're watching Solent Tonight. Our top stories this Friday evening. Multi-million-pound boat builder plans move to East Cowes. 65 jobs could be created. And boats of a slightly smaller scale get the Cowes treatment as Wales' biggest rib show descends on the town. Now, before we move on, just some news in as we've been on air. Apparently, Cowes has experienced some power cuts across large parts this evening. We don't have any further information at the moment, but if we do before the end of the programme, we'll bring it to you. Now, up to 6,000 walkers could be taking part in this year's Walk the Wight on Sunday. So far, 4,845 walkers have signed up to take part, and last year 1,400 turned up on the day, so 2007 could beat last year's number of entries by an extra 1,000. 600 people from the mainland are taking part, plus entrants from Australia, Holland and France. 152 pensioners have also signed up for the 26-mile east to west trek, or to complete one half of it. It's the 17th annual walk to raise much needed cash for the Earl Mountbatten Hospice. Last year, over 200,000 was raised for patient care. Sport, and we start this evening with football. A goalkeeper from the Isle of Wight is on the road to the new Wembley Stadium this weekend. Joe McCormack is in the AFC Totton squad for the FA Vase final against Truro City. The match kicks off at 3 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. Sadly, he's not in the Stags starting lineup, but it should be a great experience for the 29-year-old firefighter from East Cowes, who's had a varied career already, playing for top island teams such as Newport and successful non-league clubs across the south. While Joe McCormack spoke to Solent TV on Monday about the ability of AFC Totton to make their Wembley wishes come true.
Just collectively as a unit, don't know when we're beat. You know, there wouldn't have been many sides that would have gone up to Billingham in front of 2,500 people, losing, and then turn them over, been seconds away from going through and got knocked back down again, and then given away a penalty and got up from that and then gone through on penalties. It was just, the resilience in the side is just amazing, and not really played in a side that's got that among, you know, if you've got a winning habit and you really believe in yourself all the way through, then it makes a massive difference.
What kind of home support are you going to have on the day?
There's a lot of people coming from the island, to be honest, as far as I know. I know the Brading boys are all going. They've booked their coach and they're going in their pink stuff for Tottenham's pink kit. There's a lot of my friends are going up, all my family are going up. The problem is with a goalkeeper, you don't get to come on as sub. But it'll be a good day anyway, you know, everyone gets to see a new stadium, and if I'm sub, I'll just smash a few in the top corner at half time.
And what do you think this means for the football community on the Isle of Wight as a whole? Because sometimes people express concerns that there aren't enough opportunities for footballers on the island to develop. This perhaps shows that if you've got the talent, you can get to Wembley.
It's difficult. Not many people go off the Isle of Wight and play non-league football and do well at it. You know, a lot of people will come back to the Isle of Wight and carry on going playing on the island, which there's nothing wrong with. But you've got to sometimes just think, well, I'm going to give it a go at that club, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, and sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes it does, and you've just got to be confident and stick to your guns and have belief in your own ability that at the end of the day you are good enough to play for those sides and do those things, and not just go back to your easy kind of comfort surroundings.
On to Speedway now. The Whitelink Islanders will be pursuing victory in Peterborough this weekend. Some of the riders are competing against other smaller squads from 7 clubs in the Premier League 4-team championship on Sunday. Representing the Isle of Wight are captain Jason Bunyan, Aussie #1 Chris Holder and Christoph Stojanowski and Glenn Phillips. Corey Gathercole is fit again after treatment for a shoulder injury. He'll be the Islanders' reserve rider. They're up against Rye House, Birmingham and Workington in their semi-final group. There's a feast of field hockey in Newport this weekend. The Isle of Wight Hockey Club is holding its traditional end-of-season festival at the Victoria Recreation Ground. Teams from across the country, some of them in fancy dress, are taking part in the 2-day event. They'll be playing against the island's top teams who normally compete here at Smallbrook during the main Hampshire League season. The club says the festival has proved to be a great way of encouraging and developing potential new players. The festival starts at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Finally, for sport tonight, the Isle of Wight Open Fencing Championship celebrates its 20th anniversary this weekend. More than 200 fencers from all over the world will be putting their skills with a sword to the test in a series of duels at Medina Sports Centre. The competition starts at 9 o'clock in the morning on both Saturday and Sunday. Now finally tonight, thousands of crocheted daisies were joined together this morning, all in aid of charity. The daisy chain of a different kind was the culmination of months of knitting by people across the island, raising money for the Wessex Cancer Trust, the UK's only specialist skin cancer charity. Michael Kims reports.
It's a daisy chain of generosity. 150 people have helped to create it, and it features in excess of 20,000 flowers, each one made with care and each one different from the other. The organiser says she's been overwhelmed by people's willingness to help.
Well, I went to bed early knowing that I had to come up here early this morning. Just settling down, the door knocked, my daughter answered it, lady with daisies, and I just said fine. My daughter came in my room and said, "Mummy, lady's just brought you down some daisies," and there was all of 5 in a bag. Fantastic, everybody's been absolutely fantastic, so that's all I can say. Great, thank you.
This couple started here at 6 o'clock this morning. Every spare minute they've had has been dedicated to making the daisies.
You just do it, and then you can put, when the vegetables are done, you can put it down and do whatever, and then go back to it.
And show us, how do you attach it to the string then?
Well, you just leave a little space, and you put a loop like that, and each daisy, each petal has four loops, but you find the middle loop, which is there, and you just put the string through there and pull it down, put the whole daisy through the loop, and just pull it up like so.
Just like that?
Just
hey
like that.
Presto, there's one I made earlier.
That's right, yes.
It's hoped that the flowers will raise £10,000, which will be used towards refurbishing the chemotherapy unit at St Mary's Hospital. Michael Coombs for Solent Tonight at Amazon World.
Great stuff. Now it's your last chance to win the family a day pass to Brickfield's Horse Country in our latest competition. All you have to do is come up with a name for the latest miniature Shetland born there. Here's Michael with the detail.
All we need you to do is send in your boy's name to competition@solent.tv. Perhaps you'd like to send us one of your drawings as well. You can also write to us, 11 ABC Lower St James Street, Newport, PO 30 5HE. The deadline for entries is next Friday, that's the 11th of May, and the very, very best of luck.
Good luck with that, and that's the way things look across the island this evening. We're back, of course, on Monday from 7 with more news direct from our Newport studios. In the meantime, if you'd like to contact us, you can. Phone us on 0871 50 80 188, email news@solent.tv, or text us 81333 is the number. Make sure you put the letters TV at the beginning of your message. Don't forget, you can also keep up to date with all the island news by logging onto our website, solent.tv. From there, you can watch programmes you may have missed, comment on stories and get all the news to your mobile phone by visiting solenttv.mobi. Right, let's recap tonight's top story. A prestigious mega yacht manufacturer is all set to open a European base in East Cowes with the creation of up to 65 jobs. American firm Palmer Johnson makes aluminium yachts for the super rich, with some of their boats retailing in the £10 million price mark. If the investment goes ahead, with a deal likely to be completed by the end of this year, the firm will build 80 to 100-foot sports yachts for their growing European market and will have a temporary base at Venture Quays in the iconic Columbine Yard. Designers and engineers from the US firm have already made the move to East Cowes, and a recruitment drive will follow shortly for skilled aluminium welders and those in the fit-out trade. Based in Wisconsin, the firm began building wooden boats over 80 years ago and is now competing with some of the best companies in the world, producing mega yachts for the rich and famous. That's it from all of us on the team here this evening. Do have a great weekend. Bye-bye.